hello, good evening. Welcome to the special program tagged August Meeting, TV and radio show. Yes, this is August Meeting, TV and radio show. Just like you're seeing me here now, it is just live on TV and radio. Orange Television, Channel 59 and Orange 94.4 FM, Owerri. And this program is brought to you by Olympic Milk, Nigeria's finest milk brand with the lowest cholesterol in the market. On Orange TV, Channel 59 and Orange FM 94.4 Owerri, the Imo State capital. And we are live, just like I said earlier. You can also get us on Channel 113. Yes. On the program today, Olympic Milk is celebrating Imo women, and our topic is harnessing the potentials of Imo women through August Meeting. Harnessing the potentials of women, Imo women, so to say, through August Meeting. Yes, we know that women are endowed with great potentials. And so today on the program, we're going to take a look at those potentials that women have got. We're going to take a look at them. And we also will have, it's an interactive program. We'll also give our audience the time to ask questions or make their contributions. But before we start right away, we're going to observe just a little break. We'll be back in a moment.
His testimony is, it's the healthy choices he makes every day. Up from when he rolls it in the studio to when he dances a lingo on stage. He has personally trusted Olympic range of products to keep him moving. Now it's your turn to start with a healthy choice.
With Olympic range of products.
Olympic, healthy choice. Olympic, official partner of Manchester City Football Club.
Increase in the month of August from New Year festivals to gathering of different men and women groups. The period is usually when children are on vacation, which gives the parents the opportunity to participate in these events. As the years go by, women decided to form their own separate meetings. Initially, it was an annual conference or gathering for all women in the community, and later culminated into village, clan and church levels. The meeting has become a strong binding force for all women in the community, irrespective of class or political affiliation, as matters of importance are discussed and treated for the betterment of the society and women in general.
August Meeting is a period in time of the year where women come together as people and begin to look at issues that affect us, either collectively or individually. We must have Imo of our collective dream and aspiration. We must, as a matter of urgency, begin to live through to our needs.
Some women are of the view that because of the accruing benefits of the Women August Meeting, it should be encouraged for the progress of the family, the church, and the society at large.
And when you talk of transformation, you are looking at a complete change, sanitation of an already bad situation, an improvement on the existing old way of doing things. Yes. And in which area are women going to transform? And in which level? First of all, women have to start at their personal level. Family, churches, associations, because women are found everywhere. The Bible says, train up a child in the way he should go. And when he grows, he cannot depart from me. I want to challenge the women today to go back to their God-given responsibility. Families, in fact. And every woman who has the ability to endure, then the ability to endure, ability to rear children, and ability to love the family. Project that she's known for. So in summary, a woman that should bring change should be loving, should be a motivator, an inspirator, a guide, a counselor.
Apart from settling land disputes, the meeting is a platform to ensure peaceful coexistence among rural dwellers, and it also features activities such as health seminars, skills acquisition, march past, dancing, cultural exhibitions, and empowerment of the less privileged, among others.
What his testimony is the healthy choices he makes every day. Now, it's your turn to start with a healthy choice.
With Olympic evaporated milk.
Olympic, healthy choice. Olympic, official milk of Manchester City Football Club. People ask Peter what his testimony is the healthy choices he makes every day. Now, it's your turn to start with a healthy choice.
With Olympic apple for drink.
Olympic, healthy choice. Olympic, official fruit drink of Manchester City Football Club. People ask Peter what his testimony is the healthy choices he makes every day. Now, it's your turn to start with a healthy choice.
With Olympic milk powder.
Olympic, healthy choice. Olympic, official milk of Manchester City Football Club. People ask Peter what his testimony is the healthy choices he makes every day, up from when he rolls it in the studio to when he dances a lingo on stage. He has personally trusted Olympic range of products to keep him moving. Now, it's your turn to start with a healthy choice.
With Olympic range of products.
Olympic, healthy choice. Olympic, official partner of Manchester City Football Club.
You're welcome back. Yes, just like I said earlier, this is August Meeting TV radio show, taking on live on IBC Orient Television, Channel 59 and Orient FM 94.4. We are live now on air. And so we are taking the topic, harnessing the potentials of Imo women through August Meeting. Let me start right away by introducing our special guest. Today, starting from my immediate right, I have Ambassador Uju Onwudiwe Igolo Njaba. She is a member representing Njaba State Constituency in the Imo State House of Assembly. You're welcome, Honorable Ambassador.
Thank you. To the viewers, you guys should stay tuned and watch this wonderful program from the women. Thank you.
By her side is Dr. Mrs. Obi Oguzie, the Principal Officer to the Imo State Governor's Secondary Education Management Board. She is the State Welfare Secretary, APC, and also the coordinator, Imo Norma Matrons of Her Excellency, Ugo Norma Nkechirochas Ukorocha. Doc, you're welcome to the program.
Thank you, Moderator. Happy view, our viewers.
And next to her is Lady Onyekachi Basil Wachuku. She is the principal, Ebu Girls Secondary School, and also the president, Opala Women Association Home and Abroad Meeting. Madam, you're welcome to the program.
Thank you, Moderator. Good evening and welcome to our program.
I also have a wonderful, well-dressed, sparkling audience. They are seated right here in the studio. You're welcome to the program. Ndine mama! Ndine mama!
August meeting.
Ona sokwa dikosa somo mane. Ona sokwa dikosa somo mane. Ona sokwa dikosa somo mane.
Please, I want you to give yourselves a big round of applause. Yes, I wouldn't forget to acknowledge our sponsors once again, Olympic Milk. Olympic Milk!
The healthy choice.
Olympic Milk!
The healthy choice.
All right. Now we are going straight into the business of the day, which is the question segment. And so I am starting with Honorable Ambassador Uju Onwudiwe. I want you to give us a brief intro of what August meeting is all about. Yes, most people hear of August meeting. They see women every year, especially in the month of August, dressed up and go to somewhere they don't know and they don't understand what it's all about. So I want you to give us a brief history or a brief intro of what August meeting is all about.
Thank you, the moderator. August meeting is a day, is a month, is a special month for the women. It's a month when women will gather together to discuss the affairs of the home, the affairs of the community. It's a time that women will come together to check their stock for the whole past year. The time they will come together to know the project that have been ongoing, whether they have finished it. If they have finished it, which one are they going to start again? It's a period that women come together to advise themselves, to support themselves, to encourage themselves in order to build their home. Because women have so many potentials. This is a time that women come together to support themselves, to show our communities what have been going on, our children, our husbands. Are we doing well? It's a time of stock taking. It's a time of measurement. It's a time of coming together home, coming home, both home and abroad, socializing, knowing each other. Because without August meeting, you can be in a place. Maybe you are not from a particular community or you are not from a particular local government. You might stay here the whole 10 years or 20 years without knowing you are co-wives. But with August meeting, everybody come together. We'll know ourselves. We'll socialize. You even know the one we normally call Wunye Digi. You know them, you identify with them, you socialize with them. It's a time that will have joy. It's a time that will bring peace. It's a time of merriment. August meeting is a time that every woman should not miss. It's time for everybody to come together and put hands on deck and say, our community must progress. And that's the period that women come together to checkmate themselves, to bring out the fundraising in order to build the community, in order to build our home and support each and every one of them. This is even a period where women will support some less privileged, some indigent widows, some indigent families, some orphans. Women can gather together to support them, to empower them. Women empower some of them in order to come up in a particular comfort zone, to be in a place of supporting themselves. So it's a unique period of women coming together and showcasing them what they are made up of. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Honorable. Yes, she has given us a brief history of August meeting and what it's all about. Now I want you, Doc, to tell us what is your assessment of women in contemporary society?
Thank you, moderator. Personally, I can see the women in contemporary society as being caring and industrious. They are, equipped with a lot of skills that make them to really compete with their fellow men, with other people, their opposite sex, like the male. In the contemporary society, women have grown to age of really doing things that were not known for them to be doing before now. In the contemporary society, women have gone to the level of becoming the engineers, the doctors, they are politicians like governors of states, they even are pilots. Before now, the women cannot be these. They are only seen raising children or in the kitchen to be seen, not to be heard. So in contemporary society, women have accelerated to a higher height and ground that they are now seen to compete in most of the things that men do and even do better than the men.
So what you're saying in effect is that women are relevant now in society?
Seriously, very relevant, as you can see with our own mother in Imo State, Ugonomarocha Sokorocha, who have showcased us that in women there are a lot of potential. These potentials are that are inbuilt in us, have come out for us to be aggregarious in unifying people or our fellow women during the August meeting. These potentials you can see in us, like forming groups, meetings, and then in these meetings the women can use their intellect, because most women are so intelligent that they can organize seminars, they can organize talks that will increase and improve their fellow women. Talks like healthcare, issues on religion and the building of the family, upbringing of children. These are talks that are being inbuilt and inherent in women of the contemporary society.
Wow, that's beautiful. Okay, let me come to you, madam. What are the factors responsible for women not realizing their full potentials?
There are a lot of, thank you, moderator. There are a lot of factors that lead to women not realizing their potentials. Let's start with the pull her down syndrome, which we normally refer to as PhD, pull her down. The women politicians are not really encouraged. And in most cases, this is as a result of their fellow women not supporting them in full force. During their campaigns, you see, as they come out to campaign, you see their fellow women, even from the same compound, family, saying, they gossip about them. They feel that they are not supposed to come out in the real sense of it, that they are not qualified. And by that, such women may decide to withdraw in the real sense of it. Even in their different homes or in their different areas of activities, not even politicking. Let's take, for instance, somebody that comes out to help others, a woman that comes out in the town or from a particular community to help others. You find others, other fellow women saying, is she supposed to do that? Is she qualified for it? Is it because she has money? Is it because she's educated? Is it because she goes to places that she's just trying to show off? And that may lead to discouragement. And you also have some reasons like some women not being well educated. They may not have gotten the opportunity of getting to the height. They may be intelligent, but because they don't have that opportunity to get or to realize their potentials through education, such women are deprived of that opportunity. We also have cases where tradition stops women from getting or realizing their potentials. It does happen. Nwanyị is not supposed to be on top in the real sense of it. I guess there. So that's it.
Okay. I also will add something there, yes, when you talk about these factors. Finance.
Exactly.
It's a very strong factor. In the,
if you don't have, and tell us, how does it affect women?
Okay. Women are not financially empowered. You can't compare men and women when it talks about financial balance. Men, they have so many assets, they have so many facilities, they have cash. They're into business for ages. And we know that, just like what you said about culture and tradition, sometimes the husband might not give you the opportunity to go out there and make money. Yeah. And they get scared when a woman is coming up financially more than them. In that case, they will pull you down. If you are doing business, they will tell you to stop it. Or even if you want to further your education, they will tell you BSc is okay, don't do master, don't get your PhD. Because they already start having that inferiority complex over it. Our Igbo men, don't want a woman to be richer than him. No matter what you do, no matter how you contribute in the family, they still want you to be under them, begging them for 1 naira or 2 naira that you need to maintain yourself and maintain your children, even maintain your own siblings or your family where you're coming from. But most times it is not comfortable for you to be asking everything from your husband. So finances has a lot to do for allowing a woman to showcase who they are. Because when you don't have money, like politics that she likely said, if you don't have money, you can't compete in political world. If you don't have money, you can't do anything. Because once a man with money and a woman without money, they first of all tell you, oh, if you can put, if a man is donating 1 million and you're donating 100,000, definitely nobody will listen to you. Yeah. So finance has a lot to do as one of the factors that pull women down. That
was what you wanted to say, right?
Exactly.
Okay.
And then I can equally contribute that despite the financial muscle, the tenderness of women also is a factor that makes them to not to compete very seriously with their male foe. Because women are tender and most times they are not exposed to all those hazards that men can face.
All right, you've really done an X-ray of the factors that militate against women realizing their full potentials in society. Okay, I want you to know, if you're just tuning in, that this is August Meeting, Orange and TV program live, and today we are taking on the topic, harnessing the potentials of Imo women through August Meeting. Yes, like I told you earlier, this is an interactive program, and I would like to give my audience a little time to ask or make contributions in this program. But that will be after the break. Don't go away.
What his testimony is the healthy choices he makes every day. Now, it's your turn to start with a healthy choice.
With Olympic evaporated milk.
Olympic, healthy choice. Olympic, official milk of Manchester City Football Club. People ask Peter what his testimony is. It's the healthy choices he makes every day. Now, it's your turn to start with a healthy choice.
With Olympic apple for drink.
Olympic, healthy choice. Olympic, official fruit drink of Manchester City Football Club. People ask Peter what his testimony is. It's the healthy choices he makes every day. Now, it's your turn to start with a healthy choice.
With Olympic milk powder.
Olympic, healthy choice. Olympic, official milk of Manchester City Football Club. People ask Peter what his testimony is. It's the healthy choices he makes every day. Up from when he rolls it in the studio to when he dances a lingo on stage. He has personally trusted Olympic range of products to keep him moving. Now, it's your turn to start with a healthy choice.
With Olympic range of products.
Olympic, healthy choice. Olympic, official partner of Manchester City Football Club.
Train a female child and you have successfully trained and empowered a generation. This is one saying used freely when stressing the importance of a woman in any society. Without doubt, women have contributed positively to the progress of humanity. More remarkable is the relevant and significant contributions that childbearing women have constantly made and still play in grooming youngsters after childbirth, yet taking up active roles in the labor market and play a part in revenue generation and economic growth. Working mothers are now the rule rather than the exception. Women have been moving into the workforce not only for career satisfaction, but also because they and their families need the income. In a nation like Nigeria, women go against so many odds and challenges by combining the difficult tasks of child rearing and assisting their spouses to raise money for the upkeep of the family. If these women stop working, they may give up some of the advantages they have earned or risk losing certain career opportunities. With changing global economic realities, more women are adding to the gross domestic products of their countries. Women in developing countries like Nigeria are becoming breadwinners, engaging in various ventures to earn a living and add value to their families. Yet, the predominant stereotype of men as dominant gender remains a subject of public discourse, especially after Nigeria's Senate struck out a bill on gender equality. Train a male child and you have trained one individual, but train a female child and you have successfully trained and empowered a generation. This is one saying used freely when stressing the importance of a woman in any society. Without doubt, women have contributed positively to the progress of humanity. More remarkable is the relevant and significant contributions that childbearing women have constantly made and still play in grooming youngsters after childbirth, yet taking up active roles in the labor market and play a part in revenue generation and economic growth. Working mothers are now the rule rather than the exception. Women have been moving into the workforce not only for career satisfaction, but also because they and their families need the income. In a nation like Nigeria, women go against so many odds and challenges by combining the difficult tasks of child rearing and assisting their spouses to raise money for the upkeep of the family. If these women stop working, they may give up some of the advantages they have earned or risk losing certain career opportunities. With changing global economic realities, more women are adding to the gross domestic products of their countries. Women in developing countries like Nigeria are becoming breadwinners, engaging in various ventures to earn a living and add value to their families. Yet, the predominant stereotype of men as dominant gender remains a subject of public discourse, especially after Nigeria's Senate struck out a bill on gender equality. Train a male child and train one individual.
Healthy choice. Healthy choice.
Yes, you just watched a special report on the importance of women. If you joined me in watching that report, you will know that of the truth, women are important in society. And so this is a Radio TV Live program on Orient Television, Channel 59 and Orient FM 94.4 Owerri. And this program is tagged August Meeting 2016 with the topic harnessing the potentials of Imo women through August Meeting. Let me go back to my special guest. I am coming to you now, Dr. Obe. Now, why has gender inequality continued to persist despite the level of development?
Moderator, as we have been discussing, the gender inequality, where it has continued to be on increase despite development, can be captioned to be on our tradition. In our tradition, as Igbos or Imo, it is believed that the man must be the head, that the man must always lead, regardless of the quality, the education, and the strength of the woman. They always believe that the man should be head and the woman must always be below the man. And again, we can see the idea of the men generally, or society generally, not trusting the women. They believe that women cannot hold certain positions like there are sacred positions, or can I say works or profession that are meant to be for men.
Don't you think that is as a result of tradition?
It's still that tradition. It's still that tradition, but it suffices to say that because of that belief of our men generally, or of us, or the culture of our society, they are still going with that notion and that belief that women cannot do certain things that God has endowed in them. Although the woman can be strong, can be intelligent, can be educated, and can do anything, but with that belief that they have naturally as Igbo or as society in Imo or Igbo land, they still cannot have the woman excel with that potential. And it is the inequality continues to be on increase, because if the woman is given that opportunity and seen as an equal or somebody that has that potential, they will allow the woman to occupy any position, because the woman can do even better when given the opportunity.
Okay, based on that, Mommy,
yes,
what do you think could be done to address this?
Thank you, the moderator. Let's start from better opportunities. If the girl child, right from that early stage, is given a better opportunity of excelling in whatever field she wants to excel, through education, through skills, acquisition of skills, or even politics. From that lower or younger age, they usually get involved in politics. Let's say, for instance, me to know my boy. Girls guilds, as per, let's say, the Anglican Communion as a church, we have opportunities.
We also have girls brigade.
Girls brigade, and even in the school, when that secondary school at that level, a girl child that is given the opportunity to be the senior prefect of co-education educational school, let's say community secondary school, where you have boys and girls being in the same class, and the girl is given that opportunity to be the overall or general senior prefect, because they usually have senior prefect for the girls and senior prefect for the boys. But in most cases, the senior prefect for the boys is usually given the number one position. But let us now change it. Even at that level, you see that girl, the girl senior prefect, excelling in the real sense of it. That's one. We can also empower them. I mean, the woman in the village.
Yeah.
Yes. And right from your own family, if your husband gives you that opportunity, that, listen, my wife can do it, give her that opportunity. That man that brought you to that particular community, because you came into that community
through him.
And so if he gives you that opportunity and gives you that assurance or protection, I think that woman can excel in whatever field that she's given that opportunity to do so. So, and then from the family too, if the girl child is allowed to study whatever profession, there are some families that wouldn't like their girl child to become engineers. In a girl or mechanic, you get bulinka and so on. But then, even when she gets married, assuming that family, her own family, maiden family, now allowed her to become the engineer, and getting married, the husband will say, "No, I won't allow you to continue in that profession. Please go for your PGDE so that you can become a teacher." Go, now giving you that that if you are so weak that you cannot continue in that area. So we're now urging our husbands and then maybe our leaders too to just give us that opportunity, and they can see the woman excelling even more than you can expect.
You know? All right.
I want to add something.
Let me say, for instance, sorry, maybe I'm going to. I want to be very personal. You know,
Go ahead.
I'm the principal of Able Girls Secondary School. You know, there is this science quiz that involved all these schools in Nigeria. They look at Able Girls Secondary School topping the list in 2015, and that took them to represent Nigeria in Australia that last year. And then this year again, they topped the list and then even came second. So we had 2 students, taking the first and second positions, while another girl from Abuja now took the 3rd position. But because only the first the first position is supposed to represent the country, you know. And that I want to thank my bishop. You know, please, like I said, I don't want to be so personal. But because he wanted these 2 girls that came from the same school, taking the first and second positions, he now sponsored them to Denmark. And we went there and won trophy as well as medals and certificates. Thank you.
I want to add something to that.
Okay, go ahead.
Thank you. In as much as she has said a lot about it, about what can be done, about our husbands, our leaders, our teachers, our students, but I still have to add here that we women has a lot to do. We have a lot to play because we need to believe in ourselves. We need to trust ourselves. We need to know that we can do it. And whatever position given to you, please do it to your best. Take it to your best excellence, that you can make sure that nobody can have any comma in your attitude on whatever you are doing. Because look at what our governor is doing. Our lovely father, the governor of this state, Oweri Okorocha, is not looking at who is the man and who is the woman. It's in his regime that we have the first female commissioner in this state. And she's doing marvelously well. The Igbo of our time is doing very, very well. Being everywhere, anywhere you called her for a pothole, she will be there. And that's what all of us will be doing. Any position given to you, do it to your best. Don't do it for a man to come and challenge you. Do it as if nobody, not even any man, can do close to what you have been doing. If any money is trusted in your house, be so honesty to anything you are doing, be so diligent to any work you're doing. Once we're doing that, we women start doing that, any position given to us, we do it to our best. Make sure that we do it and bring everybody around us. Not having a position, you start bringing yourself in a very high class person. Be humble, be submissive, even in your home, even if you're a minister. Once you come back to your house, be a wife to the husband. Don't be a minister again. And once you follow our husband with humility, honestly, we women will go places. But most times, because of our position, we will not come back home. Even to give food to our husband will be difficult to us. Even to take care of our children will be difficult for us because of our position. We're going from one meeting to another. Granted, your position might be taxing. Your position must be so heavy for you. But try to manage your stress to make sure that your family is your primary responsibility. Your husband is next to God. After God, the next person you have is your husband. And once our women started portraying our humility, our responsibilities very well, I bet you our husbands will forever support us. Thank you.
Yes, your moderator.
Mommy, we'll come back to you just after the break. We'll be right back.
People ask Peter what his testimony is. It's the healthy choices he makes every day. Now, it's your turn to start with a healthy choice.
With Olympic evaporated milk.
Olympic. Healthy choice. Olympic. Official milk of Manchester City Football Club. People ask Peter what his testimony is. It's the healthy choices he makes every day. Now, it's your turn to start with a healthy choice.
With Olympic apple for drink.
Olympic. Healthy choice. Olympic. Official fruit drink of Manchester City Football Club. People People ask Peter what his testimony is. It's the healthy choices he makes every day. Up from when he rolls it in the studio to when he dances a lingo on stage. He has personally trusted Olympic range of products to keep him moving. Now it's your turn to start with a healthy choice.
With Olympic range of products.
Olympic, healthy choice. Olympic, official partner of Manchester City Football Club.
Orange TV and Orange FM. And before I come back to you, Mommy, let me introduce you to a special personality that just entered the studio in the person of Ogechi Obilono. She is an Hollywood actress. And Mommy, I would want you to stand up so that our audience will see you.
Okay.
You're welcome to the program.
na state Chineke nye na nnaka gozie nnu. The people that are sitting on the podium, you people are wonderful. You people are very, very wonderful mothers. God bless you people. Thank you.
Too. And you too.
Thank you so much. You people know her? Nwanyi Owere. Oh, hey, Japoya. Nwanyi Owere. Nna hona kpo isola anyi Owere na. Biko gwakwala no mafo na ozo.
Ona soba nikocha somo nwanne. Ona sokwa gikocha somo nwanne. Ona sokwa gikocha somo nwanne. Ona sokwa gikocha somo nwanne.
Biko kola no wunaka. People are wonderful. Thank you. Okay, back to you, Mommy. You wanted to say something earlier.
Yes, I wanted to add to what my fellow guests have said before, just to say and emphasize on the fact that as women, to break this inequality, that we need to support each other.
Good.
The support of each other, because Ndi Igbo always say, when you gather and urinate, there is a lot of foam.
Mommy, soya Igbo.
Oh, and Ndi Igbo na tilu si agbako onu nyoma mere ya agba ofufu. So if all the women will be supportive of each other, this breaking of inequality will be faster than it is coming up now. Despite the development, the inequality is there. But if we can come together and support each other, like what is happening in our state today, you can see our mother. I always call her the mother of the state, Ugonomaro Chasukorocha, always gathering us together, always making us to be one. And that is the full force with which we, the success of the Imo women is coming. You can see Imo women are no longer in dark. They are no longer at the back.
Yes.
They are all being portrayed
at the forefront
because their potentials has been harnessed. Why? Because our mother have gathered us as a team, because Uko Aziza, when it is together,
you can't break it.
So muwai bakata nono kai buru otu nyere onwe anyị aka so that anyị agaghị hapụ ewu ihe Chukwu nyere anyị ewu.
Okay, anyị agaghị hapụ ihe Chukwu nyere anyị ewu n'aha Jesus. And we are going to bring you a special report now on Fufu Factory. Just stay with us.
Compares to the strength of a woman, especially in the face of adversity or misfortune. Her indestructible spirit keeps her thriving, and through hard work, she tries to succeed. a woman's maternal instincts affect her sense of survival through the odds. These women at this food processing site produce food, popularly known as fufu or loin loin. They have resolved to make a living to cater to the needs of their families.
If you do hard work like this, you have to feel pains, you feel headache, tired. Sometimes during the rainy season you feel cold, and so on and so on. So we always used to, you will treat yourself so that the following day you have to get up and do it.
Most of these women are widows, but undeterred by their situations, they are still making a living for themselves and their families. Here, there are two categories of women: those who have established themselves and those that are being empowered by their colleagues. The former are older and experienced women. The latter are green hunts and are in dire need of means of survival to either earn a living or feed their families. Like any other venture, these women have various challenges and believe things could be better for them. They want the government to come to their aid and assist in moving their businesses forward.
We don't have a permanent place now. So if government can help us to give us a permanent place and also help us with money, the main thing is money. So when there is money, somebody can buy enough market and have gain. And in that, because of that, he can have something to eat.
These classes of women represent a growing number of women who have taken the responsibilities of empowering other fellow women in the society. Like these women in the lower rung of the society, their level of influence is a function of their financial capacity. Given a better income, they can do more.
People ask Peter what his testimony is. It's the healthy choices he makes every day. Now, it's your turn to start with a healthy choice.
With Olympic evaporated milk.
Olympic, healthy choice. Olympic, official milk of Manchester City Football Club. People ask Peter what his testimony is. It's the healthy choices he makes every day. Now, it's your turn to start with a healthy choice.
With Olympic apple fruit drink.
Olympic, healthy choice. Olympic, official fruit drink of Manchester City Football Club. People ask Peter what his testimony is. It's the healthy choices he makes every day. Up from when he rolls it in the studio to when he dances a lingo on stage. He has personally trusted Olympic range of products to keep him moving. Now, it's your turn to start with a healthy choice.
With Olympic range of products.
Olympic, healthy choice. Olympic, official partner of Manchester City Football Club.
Olympic milk. Olympic milk. We don't have much time left, so we're going to ask you or give you a microphone to ask any question or contribution you would want to make. Any question you ask, our special guests will have to answer. Okay? So we're starting with you. You have a question or contribution?
Thank you very much. Mine is question. I am Lady Ola Chaparanoze. I am very pleased with the contributions of the members of the high table. They've spoken much. They've laid more emphasis on the very, very good that August meeting has brought to us. It has a lot of good and bad. But where I am mostly concerned is on the issue of gender equality and equity. Gender equity and inequality. I would like Ambassador Uji Onwudiwe to throw a little light on it, because the men has done a lot of harm on us through that. For instance, in the community, the traditional land, when you come to a garden, they will say,
okay. She has gotten your question. Okay. Mommy, please go. Just 1 minute. I won't give you up to 1 minute. 30 seconds, please.
My colleagues have said it all before. We all say that it's all about culture, it's all about tradition. But coming together to showcase what we are made up of, what God has given to us. God has made us to be part of the co-creator. It's not easy for a woman to have a child inside her womb and deliver it. It will be a human being. It's not easy. It's a power given to us by God. And what can we do with it? We should make sure we make use of it to hold our husbands, to make sure that we bring peace, understanding, love in our homes. Once we're doing that, the men will start changing their own psyche. The way they see us won't be the way they see us again. And just like I always tell people, up till now in NAFDAC, nobody talks about any other thing. But when Dora Akunyele was there, we all know what Dora Akunyele was doing. So once you're a woman and you're given any position, show what you can do.
Ana m ekele ụmụ nwaanyị ibe m na ndị ha kpọara iji kụziele anyị ihe. Ya chọrọ m itinye ihe nrite uru anyị na-enwe an August meeting like nke anyị mere na ọnwa ole na ole gara aga. Ụmụ nwaanyị ndị ka esi abroad yo ara bịa kụziela ndị ka nọ ụyọ. Enwe ndị na-asị anwe m ike imefu ihe dị otu a, mana a kụziri ha kpa esi eme ncha, kụziere ha kpa esi eme bọns na ihe ndị ọzọ ka ha nwee ike inyere di ha aka, ka ọ ghara ịwụ naanị idu n'ụlọ na-eche mgbe di nyere. Si akwana ugbu a ụmụ nwaanyị ndị ka anyị na ndị nnekede ha amarala that na ha nwere ike ịfụ ame gịnị nyere di ha aka n'ime otu ihe maọbụ nke ọzọ. Ha wụkwa ndị gịnị were mmadụ na-eri.
Biko kọọla ya aka. Ụmụ nwaanyị ahụ ma ahụ ara mgbadi na-eri. Ụmụ nwaanyị nọzi na forefront na anyị buzi ụzọ na-aga, ụmụ nwoke na-asụga anyị azụ, because majority homes na in most of the families ọzọ ụmụ nwaanyị aga ihe rigowashi. Okay, anyị nwere onye ọzọ nwere ihe ọ chọrọ ikwu. Mommy, 1 second.
Actually, time is no longer on our side, but I want to advise our fellow women. Whenever you attend August meeting, be attentive to whatever lectures you are being given, because you gather a lot from that lecture. For example, like two years ago in our own community, we had a medical personnel that came and lectured us on hypertension and diabetes. In fact, what she taught us, what she lectured us, I gathered and I derived so much benefit from that lecture. I have a diabetic patient in my house, but from what she